Hi, folks. It's Tom Chumley. Yes, it is Tom Chumley. You can in fact see. Hello, it's me. Thank you for entertaining my video for a little while. The budget is important. It's usually one of the most important things that the Woodlands Township Board does. And just recently, um, there were three people on the board who voted in such a way that it puts the Woodlands at risk. So I want to talk about that. And one of them is my opponent. So this is something that really kind of stands out as a difference. I am going to emphasize fiscal responsibility. And usually I find myself in a weird situation where I expected myself to be the low tax candidate, and I am the low tax candidate. But we're in a situation now where um, there was a vote taken where our debt service is getting so high. If you look at the 5 year plan, it is becoming untenable, the deficits that we have. And in order to be fiscally responsible, we cannot allow that to continue. And so I think this is the biggest difference between myself and my opponent. Most recently, one of my opponents, who's currently on the board, voted to reduce taxes at such a level that the Woodlands is actually at risk. So it is not a good thing, and we need to do something about it. And actually, at this point, I don't know if there is anything we can do, but she can be told, voters can tell her, we don't appreciate that. I mean, if you love the Woodlands, if you're concerned about the Woodlands, you don't want the Woodlands to be at risk financially, and that's where we are right now. So it's quite concerning that we're in this situation, and I would rather it not have happened. That's the best thing that I can say about that. Without, you know, when you run for office as well, you read the information from the Texas Ethics Commission, and you really want to avoid saying negative things about your opponent or opponents if you can. But this is one place where clearly we differ. Either people do not know how to read budgets very well, and how that's going to affect things over time, or people have told me that the reason why this occurred from her in particular, even though she has not been overly aggressive about lowering taxes in the past, is simply because there are people running against her. This is what I'm told. I don't know the truth of it, but the truth of the matter is that it occurred. And you can go, just a few days ago, the budget was passed, and it's not good. There's a chart. I can show it to you. It starts here at the beginning of the Woodlands, and development and revenues coming from that is very high. And then it goes, and this is where we are in present day. So it goes from here to here. And in other words, revenues from economic development is massively reduced. And this is a direct result of the lack of development going on in terms of building and things like this. So the Woodlands is in a situation, and this is why the situation with the decision that was made most recently with the taxes is not a good thing. And it also has left us with such a narrow range that if something goes wrong that's not planned, we will not be able to pay for it. And in fact, it puts us in a position where we're going to have to pay out of funds that are not intended to be paid out of, just in order to make it through the next budget year. So this is not a good thing. But we also need to be physically
responsible, and that's something that I want to do. And I think that's the one that if people are going to vote for me, that's the reason they're going to vote for me, because we haven't been, and my opponent has shown that she is not. And I think most people care about the woodlands as much as they like low taxes. People care enough about the woodlands that they want it to be safe, secure, and the future of the woodlands taken care of. And so, if that's something that concerns you, then I think that's you're going to be more interested in voting for me than the person who's currently in that position. That's basically it. Feel free to get a hold of me. Take care. Talk later. Bye bye.